Tycho Brahe wasn't just an astronomer, he was the astronomer of the Renaissance. A nobleman who could measure the heavens with breathtaking precision, decades before the telescope even existed. He lived like a king, studied like a monk, and partied like a rock star centuries before the term existed. But his death? It's the perfect Renaissance tragedy. Pride, science, and etiquette colliding in the most painfully human way possible. Tycho Brahe was born in 1546 to Danish nobility, and from the start, he was obsessed with the stars. While most people saw fate in the night sky, Tycho saw math. He built massive instruments, recorded the movements of planets with impossible accuracy, and proved that the heavens weren't fixed, they moved. But for all his genius, he was wonderfully strange. He wore a gold and silver prosthetic nose after losing part of his real one in a duel over who was better at math. He owned a pet moose that drank beer until it fell down a staircase and died. And his castle, Uraniborg, was equal parts laboratory, palace, and party hall. Then came the banquet that ended it all. In October 1601, Tycho attended a lavish feast in Prague, hosted by Emperor Rudolf II, his patron and fellow lover of science. The tables were covered in roasted meats, wine, and endless conversation. But Tycho faced a dilemma. Etiquette demanded that no guest leave before the emperor did. So when his bladder started to protest, he ignored it. 1 hour became 2, then 3. By the end of the night, he could barely stand. Yet he forced a smile and bowed to the emperor, proud of his self-control. That night, he couldn't urinate at all. For 11 days, he lingered in agony. His bladder had ruptured.
Let me not seem to have lived in vain.
Kepler inherited his mountain of observations and used them to define the laws of planetary motion, the math that would later guide Newton. Tycho's pride may have killed him, but his precision changed the universe. When his body was exhumed centuries later, traces of mercury were found, sparking rumors of poisoning, perhaps by Kepler. But modern tests proved the truth. No poison, no murder, just a fatal bladder infection caused by holding it too long. The man who mapped the heavens died of the most earthly failure imaginable. He charted the stars, yet forgot to take care of his own body. Tycho Brahe's story is absurd and profound all at once, a reminder that even the brightest minds, the ones who reach for the stars, are still bound by fragile flesh. A genius of the cosmos, defeated not by the limits of science, but by the limits of being human. Because sometimes, pride doesn't just go before a fall, it goes before a bladder burst.